It feels good to be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode here of Minecraft Survival. It has been about a week, I like to think. We did celebrate Thanksgiving here in America, and I also just wanted to celebrate Thanksgiving with the family, but also just learn new editing styles. And I've also been doing quite a lot of work on the world here. Now, one of the things I've been working on is actually this pathway right here. So it's nothing crazy. It's just a little simple pathway that leads from the house path area over here. So if you guys remember, this leads to the cat house, and this is my actual house here. It basically just leads all the way around and then up this way to what we described in a previous episode as what would be a perfect area for a mini village, which is exactly what we're going to be working on today. Now, we already have a name for this because I have a idea in mind. Now, this is going to be called StoneHollow, a very small little town. Now, the idea behind this is that it's going to be made up of a couple of blocks, mainly only whatever we have in this thing. So we can go get more of this, but we're not going to be using anything else. So we're not going to be using stone bricks. If we're going to use stone, we can use stone variants, maybe. I'll allow that. But we're going to be using mostly cobblestone, a little bit of stone, and mostly spruce logs here. That's going to be the theme for this small town area. Let's go ahead and start working on this first house here. Okay, so this is the shape of the house that I want to go with. Like I said, I want this to be really, really small. So the actual house here, I want to use slabs for the roof area here to make it look a little bit bigger, but yeah, we're not going to be making it that big. Okay, so the plan is we're going to have a spruce floor. The door will go over here, so we're going to grab one of the doors. That will go there, and we're going to have, for now, just cobblestone walls. Alright, so now we're going to start the actual transformation. So the first thing I want to do is each of these right here, these three, are going to be turned into spruce fences, because that way it looks like windows and it still is keeping with our little theme here. I think that that's cute. Yeah, it's not that bad. So what I want to start off by doing, I'm not too sure. I want to start off by doing the classic kind of falling off. That is a trend here on the channel. Actually, the past 3 episodes I've always fallen off something, but I want to start off by doing a bit of the stair little thing over here. I'm going to connect with posts in each corner into the ground because I think it just adds more depth. I don't know what I'm saying. I meant texture. I think that just looks a little bit nicer. And then this one, I think I'm gonna add a one right here just so that looks a little bit nicer. Now, I actually want to start off by doing a little bit of some decorating. So I'm gonna put a bed here. I'm gonna have my own bed. I like red beds, so I'm gonna use my own for now. What I want to do next is I'm gonna use the workbench here. I'm gonna let that be also the actual table, and then we're going to do something there, and then we're going to get ourselves a bit of a chest that can go over there, and that way it's small home, but at least there is a table here with the workbench and the actual chest. I think I'm just gonna slab off the roof for now. Okay, you see, it makes it feel like there's more headroom in here, and it still looks pretty quaint on the outside, but it gives that illusion of it's smaller on the outside and bigger on the inside. So I think that this is the first house successfully done. Okay, so the next one's going to be even smaller, making it a 2x2. Now, this one, honestly, is probably only going to have a bed on the inside. But I think that it could look quite interesting, and it's going to be quite a challenge to see how we can decorate. So, let's go ahead. Once again, we're going to make the actual floor be a, make this, planks? I cannot speak today. So, we're going to make it that. Again, we're going to make the walls like this. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do it differently in that we're just going to do a thing like that and then some windows here. I just think it'll look a little bit nicer. And then we are going to, once again, I think we'll just top it off with some of this. We'll make it really, really small. Yeah, it kind of works. Now, I don't want to just copy what we did over there. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a thing over here. Actually, we're gonna do it differently. Okay, so we made it a very interestingly shaped house over here. I definitely feel like we need to do something over here with the sides over here because it just looks a bit too it looks comical. I like the roof, but then the house looks a little bit too small. So what if we were to do something maybe here and here where we make it seem like this actually is going into the ground maybe, and then maybe what we could do is follow it up here and then put some posts going into this thing. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, I think that makes it look a lot more secure and actually just adds more detail. And we were able to keep the little light here going as well. And then we can just do something kind of like that as well. Yeah, I really, really like that. And I kind of like how there's like a random bit here as well. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this so far. I mean, they're really small and I think that I really like that part about it. Now, what I think is, I think here we're going to make it where the stairs will come. And then we're going to make a small house right here. Okay, so this is a unique shape. So this one, instead of being, you know, perfectly 2x2 or 3x3, this is a 3x2. So this is a little bit more of a lengthier house rather than it is a square house. So again, we're going to keep with the design where these aren't going to be no more than 3 tall. Like we want them to be quite small. So again, this one we're going to keep in theme by making this all spruce planks. So spruce planks can go there, and we're going to make ourselves another set of doors that can go here. And wouldn't you believe it, we're going to make the walls mostly out of cobblestone. Okay, that is an interesting shape. So basically what I did is I wrapped this entire house around with a layer of stairs here, only on the side here. So I didn't do the corners because in the corners I did slab, and then I added an extra layer of slabs here so that it kind of makes it seem like it's a little bit longer. And I kind of like how like when you're coming down you have a chance of like banging your head. I think that's hilarious. I think that's perfect. And then in order to, you know, finish this, we're just going to top it off really quickly with a somewhat, you know, small, I guess you could say, little thing here. I think that actually looks quite silly, and I really like that part of it. Now, once again, this house is kind of boring from the outside, so we need to make it look a little bit nicer. So I actually think this is where we should introduce some of the stone and maybe do like a layer like this on the outside, on the sides over here, right? Because this is more like this is more, it's lengthier rather than it is wider. So we could do something like that. I think here we'll just, you know, put in some of this here. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. And then what I'm also thinking is maybe we can connect it like that, and then maybe do something like this, right, where there's a little bit of like a torch on the outside here. Now, as far as the back goes, I'm actually thinking what we do is we bring this out over here instead. That way it kind of makes it seem like it's a little bit longer. And then what we do is we kind of do something similar, but instead of connecting it in the corner over here, we'll just leave it like this and then connect it there, and then have 2 torches go here instead. That way it looks like this, the stone is actually holding it up. I'm almost tempted as well to maybe like replace this with something else, but that's not bad right there. I think that looks pretty good. And then as far as the front goes, we can't really do much up here. So what I'm thinking we can do is maybe just make it seem like this part is going to be connected to like there. You know what I'm saying? And then what we can do is, just so that we have some sort of light over here, is we can put that in the corner, or even we can do this here and then just have some light. I want this place to be like fully lit up on the outside. Yeah, I really like that actually. And once again, we're going to decorate at the end. We want to do, I think, one more house, and it's going to be right here. Okay, so for this last house here, we're going to make it really close. So like this is going to be the entrance right here, I'm thinking. I think we want this one to have a double wide door. None of these have like 2 doors, so I think we want this one to have 2 doors. So this one I'm going to make go over here. So again, this is going to be another one of those where it's kind of more lengthier. So it's basically this one, except it's going to look a little bit different. So again, we're going to start off with the usual, the spruce plank floor, and then we're gonna have a double wide door. So you see, we're only gonna have a little bit of a space here. So what I'm thinking we do is, you know, and technically this is very impractical, right? Like having the door be this close, like only having one space of, you know, 1 block before the door, is very comical. It shouldn't make sense, but for some reason this town has it, right? So we're going to start off by going like this. Once again, this is only going to be 3 tall, so that's basically that wall done. Not much we can do there. Okay, so we're also going to need a little bit more, and I want this one to be more detailed. So I want to do something. We're going to actually make the outsides of this be cobblestone, and we'll do the same thing over here. So the reason why for that is because I want to place this here. So you can kind of see it makes it seem like there's a little bit of like a chiseled kind of thing in the wall, which I really, really like. And then the next thing that I want to do is I'm thinking of doing something like this, so kind of reversing it. That way on the outside it still looks pretty good, and then we can just have a little bit of that there. So this one would actually be connected, and then on this side we would only have the one little area there. Now technically that shouldn't make much sense having like the one wall thing there, but I actually kind of like it because it makes it seem like these are shelves here on each side, which I actually think is really, really unique. Okay, so this is what I have for the top of the roof so far. So I wrapped it around with a basic kind of stair thing over there, except for the front here. So because we need to be able to enter it from here, I actually made this go into the little wall over here. It's interesting, I guess. A solution to that actually could just be we get something like that there instead. Or I wonder, are we able to walk under? Ooh, we do hit our little heads there. I actually kind of like that. I like the little gap there and then how there's this thing here. Yeah, I'm a fan of it. So I think what I want to do now is we're going to connect this over like so. So usually I do a little bit of slabs, and we're going to do slabs. But I actually kind of like how that looks a little bit. I'm almost tempted to maybe make this one go, instead of going like that, make it go like this instead. Oh, I actually think that looks a lot better. Yeah, because this is what it looks like from the front. I am a big fan of that. And you kind of, I like how you still hit your head. I just think that's hilarious. And then here what we're going to do is we're just going to put some simple slabs there, just so that, you know, there's a little bit of headroom over up here, but it looks a little bit nicer. Now, torches, I think I'm going to put up here, and I think that that is all of the houses complete and all of the paths, but we are not done. The last thing that I would like to do is decorate the town. Now, I know we decorated the inside of this house over here, so this house is actually good. However, we still have 3 houses that we need to decorate, so we do have some beds in here. This house is only going to have the bed, nothing else, so this is going to be kind of a basic one, although we could put in at least a chest, so you know, no table, but at least a chest and a bed. Honest little home here. I think that it is quite nice. So this house over here, I think we're going to do something a little bit differently. So what I'm kind of wanting is a little bit, so we're going to do that there. I actually want to get rid of some of these torches up here. Now, for those of you guys wondering, what I'm about to show you is possible because of the Solas, I don't know, shader pack. I would highly recommend them because we get this really nice blue effect. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring down this over here, because as you can see, we get this really nice little blue effect, and we're going to use more of them, especially right here. Like, one thing I want to do that I can automatically see is we're just going to put that right there. Okay, so I flew away really quick so you can see the rest of the area, which looks quite nice. I like the effect that it gives, but I really like the blue hint of this area, and especially when you get up close and you can see, like, it feels like you're actually in a different area, you know what I mean? Like, if you quickly just look at this area, it looks really warm, right? I love this kind of area here where it's nice and warm and cozy, right? Like, it feels nice. But then when you go up to here, you can kind of see that it slowly starts to shift right around here. It almost feels like it's a bit colder, right? Like, it's a bit like darker, and I really like that part about this place. Like, I think that it just looks awesome. I think that we did a perfect job. Now, the only thing that we have to do is obviously name this area. So obviously this is StoneHollow, so we're gonna put the sign right about here. We're gonna do welcome to StoneHollow. There we go. Maybe actually let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of the welcome. We're just gonna do StoneHollow. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. So what do you guys think of this area up here? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? What do you guys think? I'm thinking I might add some more trees in the background, but I'm not really too sure yet. But for now, I am very, very happy with this. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you guys enjoy this video? And did you guys enjoy making multiple buildings in one episode, but kind of speedrunning all of them? Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you all in the next one.